And welcome to today's video. Today I'm doing my next installment in my deep dive into the 2024 presidential elections. Today's video focusing on the state of Arkansas. Arkansas, a state that at the presidential level is considered very Republican. It is the home state of Bill Clinton, of course the Democratic president in the 1990s. However, at the 2000s level, Arkansas has been a very Republican state and is expected to be a very Republican state once again. As for the history of Arkansas, in the last three elections, in 2020 it voted for Donald Trump by 27.6% of the vote. 2016 it voted for Donald Trump by 26.9% of the vote. And in 2012 it voted for Mitt Romney by 23.7% of the vote. Currently there has not been much polling done in Arkansas. There's only been one poll that factored into the polling average, and that has Trump at 55, Harris at 40. Looking at the national vote across the last three elections, in 2020, Joe Biden won the popular vote by 4.4%. 2016, Hillary Clinton won it by 2.1%. 2012, Mitt Romney won it by 3.9%, an average of 3.5%. Right now, in the head-to-head between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris has a national vote lead of 1.4%. If that is true and that happens on Election Day, that will be the smallest popular vote win by a Democrat in the last three elections, and would certainly lead very likely to a Donald Trump Electoral College win if it is only 1.4% of the vote advantage for Harris. Arkansas's vote compared to the national vote, however, in 2020, Arkansas voted 32% more Republican than the popular vote. In 2016, Arkansas voted 29% more Republican than the popular vote. In 2012, Arkansas voted 27.6% more Republican than the popular vote, with an average difference of 29.5 percentage points. Looking at some forecasts for the state of Arkansas, pretty much complete agreement here. Real Clear Politics has it as a solid state for Donald Trump. Sabado's Crystal Ball has it as safe for Donald Trump. Inside Elections has it as solid for Donald Trump. Decision Desk HQ in the Hill has it as safe for Trump, and Cook Political Report has it as solid Trump. Complete agreement, this will be a safe Republican state come election night. Looking at some key counties in the state of Arkansas, for how much of a Republican state it is, there actually were a few counties that I would consider to be either toss-up counties or counties to watch that I felt were worth going over. The first is the county of Washington, where it voted 16.3% for Mitt Romney in 2012, 9.9% for Trump in 2016, and 3.9% for Trump in 2020. This is a county that has gotten less red and less red in each of the last three elections. I'm watching this one closely to see if it gets less red and by how much, and could it be a potential flip to the Democratic side. On the reverse side, in Desha County, 2012 it was won by Obama by 12.4%, Clinton in 2016 by 7.3%, and 2.3% in 2020 by Joe Biden. This is an example of a county that's been Democrat getting less and less Democratic in each of the last three elections, and this is one I'm watching for. Will it get less Democratic, and by how much, and could this be a potential Republican flip? Now in Lee County, this is one that's very similar to Desha County, 24.2 in 2012, for Obama, 16.7 for Clinton in 2016, and down to 4.8 for Biden in 2020, a huge jump of about 12 percentage points from 2016 to 2020, less Democratic. This is certainly one I'm watching in 2024 to see perhaps there might be a flip to the Republican side. We're going to have to wait and see. It's not a guarantee, it's not assured, but we're going to have to wait and see how that county goes. And lastly, St. Francis County, not in the same realm as Desha and Lee, but pretty close. It was 18.4 Democrat in 2012, 11.3 Democrat in 2016, down to 5.1 Democrat in 2020. So the most Democratic in 2020 of Desha and Lee. However, at 5.1%, that is certainly within striking distance, potentially, of Trump maybe being able to flip this county if he has a really good night in this location. So that'll be one I'm keeping an eye on as well. It's probably more likely than not going to still be a lean Democratic county, but I'm interested in watching how that goes. As for some key cities I want to talk about in Arkansas, Little Rock and Fort Smith are the two I'm watching right now, and Little Rock was 22.5% Democrat in 2020. Fort Smith was 35.4% Democrat Republican, in 2020. These are the two biggest population centers I am watching for. Now looking at Arkansas's key county map, in 2020, Donald Trump got 62.4% of the vote. to Joe Biden's 34.8%, a massive win in a very Republican state for Donald Trump. Really not too much of a surprise here. In the northern western part of the state, Washington County, Trump got 50.4% of the vote to Biden's 46.5%. Where Fort Smith is in Sebastian County, it went 66.2% to 30.7% in Trump's direction. Little Rock and Pulaski County went 60 to 37.5% for Biden over Trump. In St. Francis County, it went 50.7 to 45.6% for Biden. Lee County was 50 to 45.2% for Biden over Trump. In Desha County, 48.4 to 46.1 for Biden over Trump. So that's the 2020 election. Now looking at 2016, where Donald Trump got 60.6% of the vote statewide, Hillary Clinton only got 33.7% of the vote. In Washington County, it was 50.7 to 40.8 advantage for Trump. Fort Smith, 65.3, 27.6 for Trump. Little Rock, 56.1 to 38.3 for Clinton. St. Francis, 54.3 to 43 advantage Clinton. Lee County, 57.3 to 40.6 for Clinton. And Desha County, 52.3 to 45.1 for Clinton over Trump. And lastly now, looking at 2012, where Romney got 60.6% of the vote, the same percentage as 2016, and Obama got 36.9% of the vote. Washington County was a lot more solidified Republican at 56.3 to 40.1 for Romney. Fort Smith and Sebastian was 67.3 to 30.2. Little Rock, 54.7 to 43.3 for Obama. St. Francis, 58.7 to 40.3 for Obama. Lee County, 61.5 to 37.4, advantage Obama. And Desha County, 55.3 to 42.9 for Obama over Romney. All three elections are pretty consistent in that this is a very Republican state and is likely going to be so once again in 2024. Looking at the last three presidential elections on the Republican side, in 2020, Donald Trump got 62.4% of the vote. In 2016, Trump got 60.6% of the vote. And in 2012, Mitt Romney got the same percentage at 60.6% of the vote. Using this data, I conducted a range to find the high end and low end based on the last three elections. On the low end, for 2024, it would find 58.8% and the high end of 64.2%, with an average percentage vote across the last three elections of 61.2% of the vote. And where Arkansas goes for the Republican side in 2024, I'm actually predicting that it will go up a little bit from 62.4. I think that it was a jump of about, a little under 2% of the vote from 2016 to 2020. I'm not sure it's going to jump up 2 percentage points, but I do think it will go up a little bit more. I think there's still some Republican areas left for Trump to improve in, like some of those counties I covered earlier in the video. On the Democratic side, in 2020, Joe Biden got 34.8% of the vote. 2016, Hillary Clinton got 33.7% of the vote. In 2012, Obama got 36.9%. Once again, conducting a range, found 30.5% on the low end, 40.1% on the high end, and an average vote percentage of 35.1%. And I actually think it's going to be very, very close to what the average is. I think Harris will go up slightly from what Biden got in 2020, but won't reach the high that Obama got in 2012. I think the average of 35.1% is just about right, maybe 0.1% off from where 2024 will go in Arkansas. Looking at my prediction for the state of Arkansas in 2024 with its 6 electoral votes, I'm projecting Donald Trump to win this state with 63.2% of the vote. Kamala Harris is 35% of the vote and a margin of victory of 28.2%. I think this election is going to be very, very similar, pretty much to how 2020 was. Trump does about 0.8% better. Harris does 0.1% better. A little less third-party vote than before, but pretty much consistent with what we've seen in Arkansas across the last 3 elections. And looking at the 2024 electoral map, right now Donald Trump is at 114 electoral votes, Kamala Harris at 97. We still have many of states left to go leading up until Election Day. My next state is going to be the state of Missouri, so please remember to stay tuned for that. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and here's a sneak peek at my 2024 election night where I make the call in the state of Arkansas. It is officially 8:30 p.m. on the East Coast, and we have a poll closing in just one state, the state of Arkansas. We can give you a projection right now. Here we go. In the state of Arkansas, 6 electoral votes, we can project that Donald Trump has won the state of Arkansas and its 6 electoral votes. And with that, Arkansas is added to Donald Trump's total. That will do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a like. And if you really liked it, please remember to click the subscribe button. And make sure you turn post notifications on so you always get notified when I post a new video. That way you never miss one. Also, please remember to share this video with your friends and family if you really like the video. And remember to stay tuned because I'll be posting at least one video every single day leading up until Election Day. So I'd really appreciate it if you keep coming back and watching those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.